Yeah, yeah. Innovation is automatic cause we create. We ain't got time for the hating cause we just motivate. Sitting back, chopping it up with my homeboys. Back to back, talking them facts till we on, boy. Yeah, and we bout our business. We gon' push the culture forward and y'all gon' witness. So relentless, if I said it, I meant it. We just be dropping a simply pod and please don't mix it.
Create, innovate, motivate, create, innovate, motivate, create, innovate, motivate, create.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Trez.
What's up, it's Hayden.
Dev. And we are the Assembly Podcast. Today we talked about cancel culture and we talked about how you shouldn't just like try to do anything just to go viral.
Yeah, and we brought up the whole being fake woke movement. And then we got back to a topic that we bring up a lot, which is just being real as an artist and, building your fan base from a place of realness. So hope you guys enjoy.
Okay, bye. Did you guys see the Tory Lanez bullshit?
What happened?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so Tory Lanez, a clip came out of Tory Lanez at this video shoot.
Oh, with the woman? Oh.
I haven't seen it.
And apparently the shoot was like 3 months ago. So he had this one model in the video who was this beautiful dark-skinned woman.
Mm-hmm.
Video's going yada yada, whatever, everything's cool. She switches out and a light-skinned, beautiful woman comes in.
Mm-hmm.
And she's doing her thing, whatever. Tory says, time out, and like basically switches the girls back out or whatever, saying, and he puts a whole caption story talking about this is the problem in our industry, colorism is real, yada, this and that, whatever. You know, the director is out of line, I won't have this. Come to find out, so the model gets online and says, this is all cap, that's not what happened, this is one of the best directors in the game. He did not tell me he'd come out of the scene. It was somebody else. And he's doing this just for publicity and attention.
Oh.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. And then Tory responds and says, no, your scenes made the cut because I wanted you in it. Somebody who was shooting behind the scenes video sent me this video in DM and yada, yada, whatever. I know that's a lie because you can't save videos from DMs. Like, you can't do that. You're lying. Like, it's just so, like, why are you doing this?
So that's an interesting point though, because like people trying to act, I guess, like more woke or something.
Something like
just
that.
for publicity. Because I mean, if I don't know, because the thing that instantly brought to mind was like the Jussie Smollett stuff. Like that pisses me off like so bad.
And my thing is, even though it seems like, I don't know all the details, it seems like he lied. The law involved in it was just too much. You know what I mean?
It was, I don't know.
Like he did a lot by lying, but it didn't have to be all this in and out of court and just
it was big.
These things like make me mad. Like when people are trying to do this sort of shit for like
fake woke stuff.
Yeah.
Use
for like
real
for
life scenarios.
Yeah.
Right.
And try to make it. Yeah.
Because the thing is that takes the real problems that are actually happening and that cheapens them and it makes them harder.
Diminishes them. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like these are legitimate things that happen to people.
Yes.
Every day.
Absolutely.
And you can't. Then of course there's people that'll instantly use this now as be like, well, how do I know this was whatever? So obviously, so this doesn't happen as much, and it's just like, no, fuck you, it does.
It discredits the actual struggle.
Yeah,
when stuff like this happens. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and it's kind of one of those things because like I feel like I've seen that a lot, even recently too. Because like even a little bit like with Miley Cyrus when she like apologized for her comments about hip hop.
Yeah,
conveniently recently with the release of her album. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we know.
Man, like 0 tolerance for it.
No, I really wish you were not on the other side of the camera right now so people could see that reaction.
And I like Miley's voice, and I like some of her songs too. It's really unfortunate when artists open their mouths and say things like that.
It's like Miley Cyrus, people backed you. They defended you against like people who liked your old stuff that like took you down for your like new development in hip hop. And the thing is, like, I liked her stuff. Like, I was like, wow, this is actually really good. Like,
Yeah.
and even if this is just like a phase or whatever everyone wants to call it, like, this is a very, and she did it so seamlessly that people are just like, oh, I'm with this. Like 23, still a bop, even though she's annoying. Right. And so it's just like, and then after that, when you want to go back to singing in flowers and like running around a field, you're like, oh, actually, I was on drugs and like those people did not help me and like blah blah. You're still smoking weed, I know it. And two, stop discrediting this phase that you went through in your life. Like, just accept that it was something different and you're moving on to something else. Like, why does it have to be that?
I mean, yeah, the thing with all of that that bothers me is it's like you can't just, because something I think with Jessie J, I don't know if you guys know this, but like, because she for a while was very like, you know, I'm bisexual or whatever. I'm really out.
Jessie J?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then she went back later and was like, it was just a phase. JK.
See, they do that for that shock factor. Because you saw my face just now. I'm like, really?
Yeah. But see, that's the thing that like, that bothers me because it's like, you know, people different, especially when it comes to different people groups who are like more marginalized or more whatever. It's like, you know, we're not here for your, you know, publicity stunt sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know, to me, like that bothers me at like a really, really deep level.
Yeah.
Because it's like, look, you can have good music and you can, if you're really supportive, be supportive when it's not you trying to promote an album.
Absolutely.
Or you trying to sell me something. Like, just be real and supportive, like, period.
Yep.
You know, that's why it's hard. And it's like, you know, now it's, you know, we're in June and I'm seeing, you know, Pride Month stuff, and I've seen like Taylor Swift do some stuff. Like, she had a pop-up performance at Stonewall Inn. And that was, I don't know. It's just like, to me, I'm like, I'm not sure how to think or feel about that, because it's like, okay, but you're dropping an album soon.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're, you know, and it's just like, to me, I'm like, don't just, if you're really about it, then be about it when you're not about to drop an album or not trying to get people to buy stuff from you.
I agree.
I hate that. But that's the industry. Like, the industry's fake. The industry's phony. And a lot of the people in it are that way. And I feel like just by listening to different people interviews and people, they always say that, like, especially the people that we may consider to be maybe one of the realer ones, they always say that most people that they meet in the industry, that's just the industry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like some people adapt to that and blend in and camouflage with that. Or some people stand out and they say, I'm not going to be like that. I'm going to stay myself and be genuine no matter what. And those are people we actually end up like relating to the most. Because we can like see through that.
Yeah.
I feel like those are the people we see less. Like,
we see less.
You know, Wale.
Yeah.
One of the people I always refer to is Maxwell. I look up to him so much.
Yeah.
He puts out his album. He does some shows. He'll go to a Knick game or two, and then he's back at the house.
Back at the house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love it so much because
Maxwell.
this is not real life. Like, you're in front of these cameras and all this other kind of stuff, and you're shaking hands and kissing babies and all this kind of stuff. But it's just like, what is like the real of it? This is why you see artists not caring so much about awards anymore, or red carpets anymore, or charting anymore. People want to make their bread and live in peace. I know that's what I want for my life.
Yeah. There's so many people like that. I think, you know, it's really interesting. Someone like Russ. I don't know if you guys if you guys are even familiar with Russ, but Russ, he's a producer, singer, rapper. He does it all, and is definitely, he brags about that quite a bit. But I mean, you know, I mean, he's really dope, and not a lot of people have heard of him. But I mean, he hit Forbes list last year. He sold out Staples Center last time he was there. I mean, like, that's a lot of big, huge feats. I mean, he has a gold record and a platinum record and a couple of multi-platinum singles. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing. He's just doing his thing. He's just out here killing it. And like, he literally doesn't care. Like, he's literally not trying to get
What I would say about him is he speaks his mind. Like,
yeah,
no matter what, no matter who he's talking to, it's always the same. It's never a different story with him.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like that's how everybody should be. Like, just however you feel, just Like, I hate saying this because people say it all the time, but keep that same energy. Like,
Yeah.
however you've been feeling, feel that way. Now, not that you can't change, because you could change, your opinions change as we grow and stuff like that, but like, oh, it was just a phase. It wasn't a phase.
And that's the
Like,
thing, kind of circling back around with that. It's like, if you have a different, opinion or change of beliefs or something, like, that's cool and that's good, because
happens.
like, that's how we grow as people. But you know what I'm saying? Like be real. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Because like, you can do that and you can be sincere and you can show with like changed attitude and changed actions. But it's like, when you kind of come out and say something in a very seemingly opportune time, it's just like, okay, are you really about it, or are you just trying to sell me something? And to me, that bothers me more. That I'm just like, look, even if you're not about it or whatever, just don't act like you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like be real, or just be like, you know what? Nah, that ain't me.
Yeah, like sometimes it is okay to not say anything at all. So like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yes.
Silence sometimes is the best.
Instead of like coming up with something meaningless to say, like,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of an example of when I was like affected by that. It's just like, wow, you really just didn't have to say anything at all. But it's just, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens more often than it should, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. And I feel like, I just think that's something that, I really admire and respect the people that do say stuff when it's not the opportune time.
Yeah.
Something, just
Ooh, I know.
Yeah.
I have one. Go ahead, though.
Go. Okay. Yeah, no, I was gonna say, with someone who I really respect is T-Pain, because he's spoken out about homophobia in hip hop just because I know. Yeah, well, because I don't know if he's still with the same manager, but I know for a while he's had a manager who's gay, and he will just speak out about it, just whenever, like, just sometimes he'll just send out a tweet when, I guess, I don't know, maybe he's encountered something in the industry or something, and he'll just like send out a tweet about it and stuff like that. And I'm just like, yeah, respect, because it's like, you're not, you're just being real, and it's not trying to, in lieu of like trying to sell anything or trying to be any way, it's just being real, like, yo, this is how I feel. Y'all need to stop.
T-Pain does seem like he's a nice person, like.
Yeah.
And of course we have to say seems because we don't know him personally.
Of course, yeah.
And he is still a celebrity. So you really don't know, what PR team is saying what, to do what, yada, yada, whatever. But it seems like that is genuine.
Yeah.
When he says and does certain things.
Yeah. But who are you going to bring up?
I was going to bring up, well, I'll just say it briefly because it's not music related, but
that's fine.
Oprah Winfrey. So she got up there and did the special with the guys who were, it is music related because she did an interview with the guys who were slandering Michael Jackson, saying that he did all those things to them, even though the documentary was based off of lies and things that were debunked in court. It's all on paper. And then when Ava DuVernay,
like that word,
did When They See Us, the series on Netflix, now you want to do that special, and it's just like I know you see these comments like, yes, you're rich, and no, we can't sit with you, but I know you see these comments where people are saying you're canceled. Like, the Black community is not really trying to hear you, Oprah, that much, but you're trying to hop on this, Black Power bandwagon, and I'm not feeling it. You know what I mean? You slandered a Black man who is dead, who was slandered his whole career, know, and now you're just taking this opportunity to try to get back in good graces. Like, I'm not feeling that.
Yeah, the timing of that documentary and all that was really weird to me, because it's like,
I hated that.
I just wish everybody would leave Michael alone. Just
I mean,
completely. Look, leave the dead alone. When people die,
he's been dead for a decade.
It's like they treat the bills. Like, we wash them away. You don't owe this. Like, just leave him. Like, try to bring up something with Martin Luther King, talking about some tapes and affairs. Like, and then drop it.
And
Why?
it might have been different if the facts weren't already laid out. You know what I mean? Like,
I hate it.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. And that with the timing of the R. Kelly documentary and stuff like that, just felt
It did.
weird.
Yeah.
to me.
Everyone's just trying to be on that whole like train of like all that stuff and just trying to
Yeah.
like just value some of
And
the
it-
greats that we have.
Yeah, but again, the thing that bothers me about that too is that again, because these are real problems that do happen to real people.
Right.
It's like, when you keep on.
When it's real,
Yup.
it's real. But when it's
Yeah.
not real, that's when I hate it.
Yeah.
Like I'm all for, you know what I'm saying, standing up for your rights and how you feel and what's happening to you and everything like
Yeah.
that. But like when you're doing it for alternative like purpose and you got some weird motives, like
But then for people who haven't been through it, who want to be supportive and want to be allies or whatever the case is,
Yeah.
it's hard to do that when you see somebody cry wolf
yeah.
and then all the facts come out,
Yeah.
surrounding it. It's just hard. And to his point,
Yeah.
it just really, really, really does suck.
Yeah. And it's, I think it definitely really aggravates me. And I think because, again, I think just because, I don't know, maybe it was because part of the area that I was raised in and I know that there's so many people out there who don't, understand anything that isn't their own like life experience.
Yeah.
And it's tough. I think for me I was somewhere and I was overhearing just a conversation people were having, and this dude was being like really like misogynistic shit.
Yeah.
And it was really bothering me because I'm like, bro, there's literally like 3 women sitting right there with you. How about instead of trying to make up like this and this about women, why don't you just ask the women
That's
that
right
are
there.
sitting right there, that are actual women
Gosh.
and know the experience of what that's like of being a woman? Like, what a concept. You know what I'm saying?
So far-fetched, right?
Yeah. But like, and he would like try to argue with them about what it's like to be a woman. I'm just like, bro, like, you don't know. Like, that's, you're not qualified. You know what I'm saying? That would be like me having zero knowledge of like architecture, arguing with an architect about the right way to build a fucking building. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what that's like to me. Because I'm
Right.
just like, dude, you don't know.
I just feel like all celebrities and, musicians and artists, for the most part, have PR people and have a team
Yeah,
to help
right.
them with this kind of stuff. I feel like, there's more of a reactive thing that they do versus proactive. And it's just like, I feel like there should be more educating. When you sign up to be in the spotlight, I feel like you just need to put in that work to figure out in depth who your fans are and what makes them tick and what are their triggers.
Yeah.
I feel like one thing about that, the reason why it's like the way it is, like there's no more artist development. Like they would do all of that like stuff through artist development. Like you would learn
You're
yourself.
right.
You would like learn how to speak. Like
It's crazy
just
how
the
that keeps
basic
coming
stuff.
up in our topics though. You're right, man.
That
No one
does.
does that. No one does, or no one takes the time. They just like, cool, you hot, let's go. And it's like, then people end up like falling down because they didn't have no foundation and they didn't know who they were. They know how to respond to the fans. They know how to respond to the haters. And it's just like, we see it too often. And it's because we do not take the time to develop our artists and develop ourselves and develop our craft. Like we just don't.
Yeah.
And then people also get like sick and like throws. Like we see a lot of people with having to get surgeries on their vocals or their vocals go out. Like that's another part of like artist everything that we kind of see like problems. I feel like arrive from like artist development.
Yeah.
That's true.
And we
I
do keep coming back to that.
We do. And I
true.
always think about it from like the performance aspect,
Yeah.
vocals, like you said, and all that kind of, but I guess I wasn't thinking
That
about
part of it.
all those random things that people are spitting out on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I hated what Chance did in the way he was talking to that guy on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
That's just me personally. I still rock with Chance,
Yeah.
things happen. It wasn't too terrible. But it's just like, that probably shouldn't have happened. But at the same time, I'm also not a celebrity getting hounded and being told what I should and should not
Sometimes
do.
enough is enough.
You know what I
Sometimes
mean?
it's like,
Yeah.
let me
So at the
show
same
these. Like,
time-
come on, like nah.
Yeah.
But you hate to see it, It shouldn't
Yeah.
have to come to that. It shouldn't have happened.
Same with Khaled in his
Yeah.
situation, and we see it.
Because we talked about that. Yeah.
He got, hey,
Yeah. No, but I think that's true. I mean, for me, it's unfortunate because I think as we're seeing the dynamic of the music industry change, I feel like that's the like one really critical piece it's like I think other areas of the industry are expecting different. I don't know. It's like nobody's taking responsibility for like, yes, we're going to be in charge and do artist development. Like whether that be the artist team or the management or the label or whoever, it's like no one, there's no kind of, I don't know. It's almost like people forget that that's a really important thing.
They do.
Right.
Because it is. And you're right. I mean,
it.
even with stuff like this, I mean, especially nowadays where, you know, everything about, you know, your life and what you do and the part of your career is so personal and so public because, you know, we have social media and, you know, I mean, people can see what you're doing on a daily basis through Snapchat, Instagram, all these other things. And it's like, you know, when that's suddenly thrust into a public light, you know, that's a whole different sort of way of dealing with those things that I think that, you know, maybe if you were running your own personal page with like a couple hundred followers, it's whatever. But when you've got a couple million, you know, that starts to change things because again, it's like you have an off day or you say some off shit, you know, just offhandedly one time, like that'll drastically impact your career, man. And like, especially
with cancel culture
it's
these
really
days,
true.
people they're
just
quick
about
to
say
cancel
that.
people these days. And I think that's the fine line between like
Even me.
being
I'll
real,
cancel.
being genuine, and being yourself, but also like recognizing your power.
Yeah.
And recognizing like who you are to people.
Yeah.
So you know what to say and what not to say. Because the worst thing is trying to be on the back end of something that you said that you probably really didn't mean, or if you did mean it, you didn't mean to say it, and you said it. So now trying to backtrack, people never forget. And the internet, it stays on there forever.
Yeah, and it's, man, that the cancel culture thing is really tough. You know, because like
I hate it and love it at the same time.
Yeah, I know. 'Cause, like,
same.
Cancel him.
Yep.
No, don't. Not him.
I have a list of people I've canceled, and I'm proud.
It's a long list of scroll.
Yeah, he has a, like,
I'm proud of
I
it.
imagine just Devs pulls out this scroll and just like, you know how you see in cartoons it would just like unfurl on the floor and just keep going down the hall. That's
I
Devs.
feel like God's gonna do it to us. Like we try to get to heaven, he's gonna be like,
Oh, please don't cancel me. Yo,
canceled.
you have to add that to your prayer.
Like
God,
a big
please
old,
don't
like-
cancel me.
He gets sucked down.
Listen, my block game is so strong. Like
Block game?
ever since I've been on social media,
I
my
love
phone,
blocking.
my block
blocking
game has
people.
always been strong.
I love blocking people.
Same.
Yeah, I probably don't block people as much as I should. It takes a lot. It really takes a lot for me to like.
People with self-care sometimes.
It is.
Oh yeah, no. Sometimes I've had
But
to.
All
Some
times.
people can take it out of hand. I'm not gonna lie. Because it'll be like, okay, like someone, like, there have been times when I've been like, oh, like, I don't think you should put that, blah, blah, like, you do have this, and people are like, blocked. And, I mean, not personally.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, but, like, you were wrong in this scenario, and
Yeah,
now you
oh.
just want to block everyone.
Oh yeah.
That.
Telling you anything opposite of your opinion. It's like,
Oh,
yeah.
mac
see,
and
and
cheese
that's
is the best food, blocked. Like,
Oh, I hate people like
no,
that.
because
Okay.
that's
But there's still the scenario where it's like, oh, you're gonna continue to just be this like racist or homophobic or like
Yeah,
if it's-
sexist block. Like,
Yeah.
You're blocked.
Yeah, no, there's sometimes when I find like even some people that I use the term friend really loosely, like that I know in real
Yeah.
life that I'm just like, nah, man. Like, it's, especially there'll be some things that I'm just like, why am I tolerating this? Like, block. But that's pretty, I'm not gonna lie, for me, it's few and far between. And I think even for me with like, you know, the cancel culture thing as a whole, I think it's, again, it's like a double-edged sword. Because on the one hand, like, man, there's some people that need it, like, for real. You know what I'm saying? That we were just, like, cool.
Like, dude, I was
Yes.
just waiting on something to happen. Like, you
Yeah.
should have been canceled.
Yeah. Like, I'm
Like-
sorry, y'all, but, like, R. Kelly, come on.
Should have been canceled.
Come
yo.
Listen.
on.
I blame my parents.
Listen, I'm not gonna say I blame. Well, yeah.
Yes. So, I blame my parents.
I feel. Well,
And us thinking we were the world's greatest.
it's a few different. That song. Okay, listen.
I hate him.
I hate
And
him so
'cause
much.
I loved him.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, I sound like an old girlfriend, like an ex-girlfriend.
But that's what it
I
is.
hate
These are
him.
relationships
I
you
love
build.
him. Well, I'm trash for
These
that.
people get you through these times. Okay.
Yeah,
But you're right, there, people we should have canceled a long time ago. you know.
Yeah.
But I feel like this.
Bill Cosby?
Everybody, no,
I'm just joking. I'm joking. That was a joke.
no, we cannot go there today.
Just quivering.
And when we and if y'all do want to discuss this is probably not for this podcast because I probably have some unpopular opinions on a few things.
Yes.
You know, but there are people who probably should have been canceled a long time ago. But I feel this way. If we knew what everybody said and all their dirt and all their past and what they do on a daily basis, there would be no one left. There would be absolutely no one left. And you have to know when to give people the opportunity to grow.
And that's the thing, like with cancel culture, for me, that I see that can become the problem with it is when we don't give somebody the opportunity to have a past and to learn and grow from that past.
Yeah.
You know? Because I mean, even for me, like I've grown so much just from, you know, getting out the world, you know, having different experiences, having real conversations with different people.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, even like, I mean, growing up, some of the stuff and some of the ways that I thought, you know, were pretty terrible. Like, I mean, I was raised in a kind of generally pretty racist kind of culture where stuff that was just, you know, that I just grew up around that I didn't really think anything of until I kind of, you know, got to Nashville and got to college and started, you know, listening to other people's experiences and stuff like that. And just a lot of other things that I was like, okay, when I finally started having real conversations with real people who, you know, I had X, Y, and Z, you know, opinions or was taught X, Y, and Z things, I just started to realize like, okay, wow, this is actually super wrong and super fucked up.
Yeah.
Like the way that I was taught and the way that I thought. And it's like, and I've grown from that. And I'm a different, you know, person nowadays.
Yeah.
And so I think that, you know, if you look at that, you know, then compound that with somebody who's, you know, in the, you know, public eye and the spotlight, you know what I'm saying? I think and that's the thing that I always look for with that is like, all right, cool. Is this person, you know, sincere? Is it something that they have learned and grown from? Or is it like, nah, like they're just shitty.
But I feel like there should be someone in these artists' camps.
Mhm.
In these artists' camp.
Yeah.
Y'all get it.
We got it.
That says, hey, stop talking and just put out music. I feel like there has to be a person to say that. Like, some people are just talking too much and it just takes away from us being able to enjoy the music, which is should be the forefront of all of this.
Yeah, and the thing with that though is like sometimes people don't want them to because like them talking
like
shit
the drama.
gets like little drama, little attention, gets little, you know what I'm saying? And it's, you know, bad press is still press.
And people love negativity. Like I feel like
they do.
It almost makes you
People
bitter
do.
sometimes if you can go from being like negative to being positive. Like, y'all might not agree with me, but if Kanye was to turn everything around, I think he'll end up being back on the top of everything.
But here's the thing. He tries it. He does that in seasons. He'll try to act like everything is good. He's back.
And he's back
to
the
for us.
bull.
And then he go back to saying
that's
something
where he
else.
messes up
Put on
because he
that
goes
MAGA
back
hat.
to it.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it's just the cycle continues. And it's just like,
Look,
he don't end it. He just don't end it.
Man, for me with Kanye, like it's just gotten to the point where like that has overshadowed the music too much. And I can't enjoy listening to his music like his latest one, Yay or whatever. Like
I didn't listen to it.
Like I mean it was good.
But
it was good, but it was one of those things to where it was like the whole time listening to it,
you thinking about
just
everything.
all the other like there's just so much.
I just
there's
see
so
all
much
the
now,
wild shit. Like,
and it's like it's
that's all I see.
It's
like
hard
the image
for
of
me
him
to
with
not
a
just,
red hat on his head is just hard to leave.
That's all I
the
see.
mind. Yeah.
For me, I'm just like I just can't support this anymore.
I get it.
It's just like
I get it.
I feel like it's
It hurts.
It hurts.
I feel
It hurts.
it does. Like I mean, to me, I feel like it's somebody who like I used to be good friends with, but it's like they just keep on being on the same bullshit. And I'm just and for my own health and sanity, I just can't be around the bullshit anymore. That's how it feels like with Kanye. But
do you think it's possible for a new artist in this generation to have musical success as far as high streams, sales, and all that good stuff that comes with it without being problematic?
Yeah. I think so. I think that the problem
too.
I think the only thing about that though is it takes more time. I think it just takes more time to build a career like that.
Mhm.
And I think it's a lot easier to just grab people's attention with some antics and some crazy stuff. I mean, that's why I think, in my personal opinion, I think why a lot of the SoundCloud rap stuff got more popular is because like all these people, they're characters. You know what I'm saying? Like they're they're
Mhm.
crazy characters with all these tattoos on their faces and colors in their hair and all this stuff. And it's crazy. And they have like high energy and they're always doing some like insane shit. And, you know, and it's almost just like, what the hell is this person going to do next? You know what I'm saying? Because I have no idea. And, and, you know, there's some sensationalism to that, but I think that only lasts, you know, for a certain amount of time. And I think that to me, all the people that have really lasted and that have really built a more long-term and longevity in their careers, you know what I'm saying, have gotten either maybe started there, but have grown past that or have not even had that to begin with.
Yeah.
And I think it's, you know, I think we'll see, you know, who stays and who doesn't.
Speaking of that, something just came to my mind. So if your boy Tekashi gets out, do y'all think that he can still have a career?
Yes.
You think so?
I can't wait. I hope he does get out because I want to hear what he puts out. I like some of the songs.
I'll be interested to see what that does because I mean, situations like that can change people. I mean, you look at, you know, Gucci after prison.
If
like,
Tekashi comes out,
way, in my opinion,
on some like
way elevated.
I'm bossed up. I'm on some different I'm gonna make good music and I'm still gonna be like I was, but I'm on some different like level. I think that he might still have a chance. Maybe. But I just know that he built it on something different, and what he built it on, I feel like a lot of people think is fake. So when you try to come out, people just won't receive it well. But at the same time, I mean, I don't know, man. He was hot.
See, I was one of the listeners who didn't pay attention to
what he was doing personally.
The antics. Yeah. I didn't. Like, I saw it, but it didn't affect how I was listening. I just liked how he was yelling like he was DMX or something. And it was just like, I just liked the energy. You know what I mean?
Oh, that might have been bad. That was probably bad. I need to warm up. I can do it.
I like his energy.
Yeah. No, he's got energy, and that's the thing. I mean, there's definitely a lot of these people, and I think a lot of times when, you know, some of the older heads hate on all like the new school stuff, it's like, nah, some of these people really do have like their own styles and their own.
He's unique.
Dope. Yeah, for sure. And I think, and that's great. And I think, you know, we need uniqueness, or, you know, why would I listen to you as opposed to anyone else?
Yeah.
Right. But I think. But I think it is going to be a little tough for Tekashi. It's going to be
whispering little.
He always does. He'll always be over there.
Always.
Hey, little mama, let me whisper. Welcome to real life.
You know, it'd be interesting to see those artists that do have that success without having a bunch of drama in their narrative.
Yeah,
you know,
but the tabloids look for that too, though.
You know what
That's
I mean?
Another
but
thing.
Two artists that come to mind, two ladies, her,
yeah,
and Normani.
Yeah,
you know, they just seem like sweet young women. You know, who are about their craft.
There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of great artists out there who are doing it, not, you know, just causing like stirring up shit. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm just
I was literally just about to say Lizzo.
Yeah,
I love her.
Yeah.
I feel like in order for you to get there, you have to take that energy that you're gonna put into like that publicity team that's messy and take that and put it into your art. Like literally, like work on your music video.
Yeah.
And
Work on
that's
your,
it.
Vocal
You-
training. Do all that stuff and take that
And that
energy and put it into it, because then your art's gonna speak for itself.
and that's the
Yeah.
same thing. And that's even with an artist like Missy Elliott, who recently
yeah.
just got inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame,
was
which
dope.
is a huge moment.
Shout
for
out,
him.
shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Missy Elliott, because that's an incredible moment for women, for hip hop, for everyone. That was just great. but, no, but the thing with her is I mean, you know, she came out crazy with the balloon suit and just like kind of a little bigger, and instead of, you know, trying to be what everyone else wanted her to be, she's like, nah,
Me.
I'm gonna wear a giant trash bag and make myself look even bigger because fuck y'all, and I'm just gonna be great.
Yep.
And that's the thing, and she did, and she killed
Dope.
it.
And I'm just gonna, you know, throw this in there.
Uh-oh.
You know, one of the people who saw past all the society norms and all that was Puff. He put her
Yeah.
on a record,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and it just blew up. And that was great. That was great. You know, that little tagline was in everybody's head and people were singing the record and all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
And sometimes it just takes for that one person to say, I see you. I get it.
Yeah.
And that's such a blessing when you do find that person as an artist.
Hey, Dev, I see you.
I see you.
I get it.
Did you get in the show too?
Oh my gosh.
His life just changed. I just changed his life.
Yeah.
Get
But
your
yeah.
trash bag ready.
Yeah, there you go. Gonna bust out the fans and sprinkler.
Glad.
Yeah, but no, I think it's really dope when artists are able to do that, and that's the thing. I think it just takes more time, and I think it has that right team
Yeah.
around you
right
who's
team.
willing to be like, all right, cool. So
Who see them.
yes,
Who get it.
Yeah,
Who got them?
yes, there is a fan base for what you're doing, and I think especially if you were constantly pushing yourself to whatever your lane is or whatever your thing is, just continue to get better and continue to grow and continue to, you know, get like higher quality material. Like, yeah, like there's people that are for sure gonna fuck with you.
Yep, I agree with that. And it's basically like, I feel like this podcast was basically just be real and be yourself. And I think we've said that before.
We talk
but
about that all the time, and we're
it's-
going to.
But it's so true because
It is.
if you're authentically yourself, no matter what you do, the outcome, like nobody can shake you, nobody can break you because that's what you wanted to do. And you were being
Yeah.
yourself the whole time. So it doesn't matter what anyone has to say. Don't try to go viral just doing, like, if you go viral doing yourself, then that's you doing yourself. But if you try
Yeah.
to do something and it happens and then you got to try to live up to that, you're going to break down because it was never you in the first place. So
Yeah.
just being yourself basically I feel like this whole podcast was everything we talked about was basically just as simple as that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just be yourself, and we're not here for the fake woke shit. We ain't here for it.
No.
But
Cool,
anyway,
man.
yeah, thanks so much, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe. If you want to
Comment.
see more notifications from us, just hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell icon right next to it. That way, every time we drop an episode on Friday,
Be
y'all know.
notified.
So,
Yay.
Cool, man.
all right, guys.
Create, innovate, motivate. We out.
Boom.
Create. Drop.